This video is sponsored by my irresponsible life choices. Guys, I know I said I'm on an energy drink detox. All credit goes to Natalie, by the way. Yeah, so I know I said I'm on an energy drink detox, but we'll try again next time. Okay?
Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Hi, hello, my name is Tasha Faith. So look, listen, the clip that you saw at first and the clip that you're going to see at the end, obviously it's not sponsored by any company, so yeah. Yeah, that was last week, and I was supposed to post the video this week. However, number one, I felt like it was just rushed, and number two, okay, even though I don't have a script now, but then I felt like that video was just all over the place, and it didn't really sit right in my spirit to um, continue editing and you know put it out there. So I'm just like, okay, let me try this again today and actually think before I speak because, oh my god, yeah, the rubbish that was coming out of my mouth, it was just not making sense. Anyway, so I just wanted to come out in the open and talk about my social awkwardness. And if you guys follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, I came out recently talking about it, though it wasn't really in detail. So I'm guessing if you guys have already seen that reel, then maybe you should just click off because it will just be a repeated. I don't know, man. It should just sound repetitive. But in case you're curious, then welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I just want to give a full disclaimer that even though I'm talking about these things, right? I'm not going to fully. Um, I'm not one of those people that will be like, oh yeah, that's just the way I am, and all of that stuff. Like no, like I'm genuinely trying to become a better person, to become a better human being, for myself and for the people around me, right? However, the reason why I just decided to come out in the open like this is because, well, I don't know, man. I just felt like it's not really some sort of a rant. I just wanted to express myself over here, and I don't know, maybe if you guys can relate, then yeah, because the whole goal of this platform is to be a safe space and all of that stuff. So yes, yes, and the reason why I'm giving this disclaimer again is because I know there are some keyboard warriors that will be like, "Oh no, why are you self-sabotaging yourself? Why are you self-harming yourself?" And I just like I can just smell it from afar, guys. I can smell it from afar. It's just like, oh my god. Yes, now that you've gotten this disclaimer out of the way, hi, my name is Tasha, and I have fully accepted that I am a socially awkward person. Whew, there we go. Now, I know some of you are just like, oh wait, what makes you say that? Now, there was a TikTok that I posted, right? In fact, I posted it both on Instagram Reels and on TikTok, right? And I was basically talking about my social, just me, I'll just talk about me being socially awkward, right? And some of the traits that I have, which I have noticed in myself and what other people have told me, right? From the feedback that I've been told in the past, especially from fellow peers, from, okay, obviously they're not my exes, but yeah, from, okay, let me just say my previous lovers and all that stuff. So this is just me like fully accepting that I'm socially awkward now. And okay, yes, I have. And yes, there was a point. Okay, I did. Now, I did accept it way back. That was like what? When I was like 20, 21 years old. It's just that I didn't really want to come out in the open and tell you guys to say, hey, this is what it's like to be socially awkward. No. And that's simply because I was, in my self discovery journey and all of that stuff. I'm still in my self discovery journey, by the way. However, I don't know, guys. I just felt like I was just scared to come out in the open and say, hey, I'm socially awkward because it was, I just felt like it was a taboo. Where do I even begin? By the way, I haven't really written a script or anything like that, so my points and my words will just be all over the place. But I'm just hoping that you guys will stick with me till the end. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of context, right? Okay, let me just say I've been socially awkward. I can remember, like, let me just say I couldn't really relate with people well back in like primary and secondary school. Obviously, I was the victim of, being bullied and all of that stuff simply because I was the quiet kid, I was a shy kid. I never knew how to defend myself back then. Like I was the weird kid back then. I felt like no one at school could relate to what I liked and all of that stuff. Could relate to the experiences that I had on all of that stuff, and not to mention that I had strict parents and relatives back then, so I wasn't really allowed to like go out unless under adult supervision and all of that stuff, which is sort of understandable because I was a kid back then. But then I no, even though, yeah, so I was sort of this sheltered kid. Yeah, that's all I can say. And when it comes to friends like outside of high school, yeah, I don't think I had those. Now that I think about it, like I would have those people that would be like that. Those people that just come into your life, and then they go, and then you never hear from them again. And I felt like if people were there, right, in my life, I felt like they were only there because they felt pity for me, not that they liked anything about me and all of that stuff. It was because people felt pity for me and all of that stuff. Again, did I mention that I suck at conversations and all of that stuff? There we go. And I found out that whenever I would go out, like people wouldn't really. I don't know, man. They just wouldn't really find pleasure in like having me around and all of that stuff. I also forgot to mention that I did have a few friends, just very few. Okay, like I'm talking about the people that genuinely liked me and all the things. Yeah, I had like very few people. I think it was like what, less than 10. But I would say like those very few people, I can definitely say that those were my friends, and I'll definitely have no problem with like saying hi to them in public today. After high school, let's see. Again, I would receive people that would just like come and go, come and go. But again, thank God for the internet, because majority of the friends that I've met online were okay. Yeah, we still talk today, and I've met some people in real life, like from the internet and all of that stuff, and we still talk today, which I'm really thankful for. Again, now I wouldn't really say that I have a lot of friends, right? And I'm guessing that's just part of adulthood. I think. Like I thought that I a long time ago, like back in like what, primary, secondary, maybe even after high school, after some, yeah, maybe after high school ish. I thought that it was normal to have a lot of friends because like I would see like people having a lot of friends, and like they're just mingling, and like they're laughing, they're cherishing memories. Meanwhile, I'm just there like on the internet, of that stuff, being like a femcel. And yeah, obviously you're going to feel bad because it's just like you're literally a socially awkward person. Like you just don't know how to relate to people. And obviously I felt bad. But then after some time, I'm just like, okay, you know what? Maybe that's life, I guess. Like I came to realize later on, like, you know, that it's okay to have just maybe one or two friends, even five, like as long as they're genuine, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's a saying that goes like, I'd rather be alone than to be with a bunch of fake people, like one of those alpha male corny ass quotes and all that stuff. I don't know why I brought up that quote. That was so. Anyways, yeah, but for me, like, I would rather I've come to realize like later on in life that I feel like it's better to have like genuine people around you. Like it just doesn't matter how many friends you have, as long as they're genuine. They do have a bunch of people, or even two people that will that are just, for lack of a better term, fake. If God puts me in a season where I have to be alone for some time and reflect and all that stuff, then yeah, I mean, let it be so, I guess. Yeah, getting back to the socially awkward thing. Now, yes. Now the things that I've identified in myself, right? Through the help from the internet, of course, and from other people and from feedback. And what I've noticed in okay, let me just say from what I've noticed in myself, right? I've noticed that um when I'm interacting with people, right? It's like I really don't give a damn who you are. Like with a family member, with a friend, I really don't care. Is that I easily get drained. Okay, like I get drained. Like I get emotionally drained and all the things. Okay. Like we could be having a very fun conversation, but then my brain just switches off, or I don't know, guys. Like I just feel exhausted. Like I just don't want to carry on with this conversation anymore. Like I really don't know what's wrong, and my brain drifts off for a bit. Like I start maladaptive daydreaming and all that stuff. And then another thing is that again, I think I did bring up the point that I suck at conversations. I suck at storytelling. I did mention this in my TikTok or in my Instagram reels. Yes. Um, the the only skill that I'm lacking is like how to start and how to end the conversation and how to keep the conversation going and make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like I would find that most of my conversations are bland and I don't know, just no flavor to the conversation. You get what I mean? Like I'll just say like one point and one point only, and I don't know, like there's just no flavor. Like you just know that conversation that's you're easily drawn to the person because it's interesting. There's just something interesting about the conversation. You know what I mean? Like the words that they use, how they put it, how they put the words, and all that stuff. But then there's like, bro. But then with me, it's just blunt. And I think you guys have noticed with like my vlogs and all of that stuff. Like I just don't know how to make the storytelling interesting and all that stuff. Like I rather get straight to the point than to add. I don't know what you guys do, but then yes, make the whole thing interesting and all of that stuff. Like for me, I just like to go straight to the point. And then again, on the other side, I'm just like, okay, you know what? I feel like what I'm about to say is cringe and all of that stuff. And yes, there is that whole aspect of, I shouldn't care about what other people have to say and all of that stuff. And all of that stuff. Cringe culture isn't real. But then for me, like deep down, just deep down, I'm just like, this is cringe. Like what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I even saying? And all that stuff. Like, and this happens both in real life and online. Again, that's why I like to go straight to the point. I just feel like I have nothing to talk about. Like when it comes to my experiences, like I just feel like they're not interesting enough to get someone hooked, if that makes sense. And this is why you will never catch me doing story times on TikTok, all these crazy ass story times on TikTok, because genuinely, like, I just feel like I've got nothing interesting going on in my life. Like I'd rather just post like carousels, maybe a vlog here and there with like no voice over the end, like the end. And I just feel like people lose interest immediately because again, speaking of adding flavor to the conversation, I'm sure you guys have noticed by now that I've got a monotone voice. Like my voice is just flat. My what do you call them again? Okay, I'm going to use notes for now until I find a better term for it. But then yes, my notes are just flat. Like I just don't know how to express excitement and all of that stuff intentionally. Okay, yeah, I may do this unconsciously, but then with intention and all of that stuff, like my voice is just flat, which makes the conversation boring. Like my mind literally almost 24/7 is just blank, especially when like I'm with a group of people. Like I would rather listen to your conversations than for me to like speak up and all of that stuff. Like I would rather be a listener than a speaker. And again, my mind is literally that scrambled. And I'm sure some of you that have met me in real life can testify that I like to use the phrase, my mind is scrambled right now. My mind is scrambled right now. And that's because it genuinely is scrambled right now. Like I'll like mix up a bunch of words and a bunch of sentences and all of that stuff. It's that type of thing whereby you're trying to think of something fast, eh? You're trying to get your mind to be jacked up. But then what comes out is just total nonsense. That's just how it is for me. Like that's just how it is for me. And at the end of it all, I'll literally feel cringe. Like I'll just be like, okay, why did I say that? Why did those words come out of my mouth? Like, and I know there's a whole concept of think before you speak, but then I'm genuinely trying to think here. But then I don't know, man. It's just the words that fly out of my mouth. It's just total nonsense, and I'll feel cringe at the end of the day, and I'll just be in total regrets. The other thing is that, wait, did I mention the draining part? I think I did, yeah. Yeah, I think in also in correlation to the draining part, I just like to be alone, guys. I'm sorry to say it. I know some of you may feel offended and all of that stuff, but then and not to sound like a corny alpha male type of sigma, whatever. We don't do that over here. We don't do that nonsense over here. But then, really and truly, I just enjoy my own company most of the times. Yes, I know no man is an island and all that stuff. And sometimes I crave company too. I'm not even going to lie here. And yeah, like I crave company too. I mean, it's part of human nature. However, most of the time I just feel like being alone. Like I just enjoy my own company, especially in my room. And I know my family members love to complain. It's like their daily bread to complain that I love being alone. But then, really and truly, like I just love being alone. Like I'm just not against any. I'm just not against anybody here. Like I just genuinely love to be alone. And in this period of me being single, yes, I've been single for some months now. But just in this period of being single, I just finally come to the realization that I just enjoy my own company. Like, yeah, this all goes back to me being drained when I'm with people because I just genuinely feel drained, and I just feel like I've got nothing to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the whole point of me being with a bunch of people? Meanwhile, I'm just going to I'm just going to sit like a potato and listen to you guys talk. Like, oh, I also have to contribute at some point or something. I also have to raise some points at some point. I just start to feel bad, for not contributing anything. Like even when I'm talking with my previous romantic partner and all of that stuff, like I'll genuinely feel bad. It's just like, dude, do you really have anything to say about this? Like, do you have anything to contribute? Like, you know what I'm saying? And and yeah, okay, as a listener, it may feel enjoyable to like listen to other people's stories and after stuff, but then at some point you may have to, I don't know, man, to contribute something. And for me, I just have nothing, like, bro. And I just know that whatever is going to come out of my mouth is just cringe. Now, when it comes to me approaching people, right? Like, I'm one of those people that, I overthink, okay? I overthink. I'm just like, okay, what is this person? How is this person going to react and all that stuff? I feel like my approaches are just okay-ish. The only problem is that I've got a thing called RBF, which it stands for resting B-word face. I'm not going to swear on this app. I don't know the community guidelines as well, so yeah. Resting B-word face. I'm just going to put the definition on the screen right now. So that's the thing that I have, right? And yes, I have gotten this so many times from my family members, even from peers and all that stuff. And I feel like that's the thing that makes people not want to not wanting to approach me and all that stuff, because people think that I'm intimidating. What other feedback have I gotten? Yeah, I'm intimidating. I look intimidating. I look scary and all that stuff. I get asked like, "Oh, why are you serious? Like, why don't you smile?" And it's just like I feel like that's just how I am really with the RBF and all of that stuff. Though I am working on it. I am working on it. However, I don't know, guys. I really don't know, because I've even gone as far as to, watching YouTube videos and all of that stuff on how to fix my face. But then I don't know, guys. I feel like there's nothing that I can really do about it. Maybe I need to seek professional help about this or something. And from what I've received from my friends, it's like, I don't know. On one side, my peers go like, yeah, my friends and my peers are like, oh, I feel like it's just that aura that you have, like, like you've got that nonchalant face and aura, and I feel like it's pretty cool. But then on the other end, it's just like, ah, no, bro, you need to stop it, man. Like, especially for family members, especially from family members, right? I'll usually get like the whole, you should learn how to smile, you should learn how to be friendly with people, and it's just like, bro, I'm trying to be friendly here. I'm learning, I'm trying. Yeah. So the whole RBF is what I feel like it's what makes people think twice before interacting with me. And I feel like, okay, I feel like the people that are with me now, I feel like they've been with other people that have the RBF face. So to me, it's like, okay, I'm used to people like Tasha here. So yeah, that's because I feel like it's because I've been with other people that have the RBF. And I feel like the people that haven't met a person with the RBF get scared. I don't know. That's just my theory. Okay, that's just my theory. So it's like, yeah, whenever I approach people, or whenever people approach me, it's just like, oh, you look mean, you look scary. I was even asked one time, like by a foreigner, like I can remember it was from an Indian man. He was just like, why do you look like you want to kill me? And I'm just like, I just looked at him, and I'm just like, bro, what? Like I'm not going to lie, that question somehow annoyed me, but then I'm just like, okay, no, you just have to understand where he's coming from at the end of the day. Like, I mean, oh yes, we are coming to the end of the video now, because I have run out of things to say. Again, I don't really have a script on me, so next time. Anyways, yeah. So the last point that I wanted to mention was, that thing whereby, there's just that awkward silence and all that stuff. Yeah, that usually occurs when you're interacting with me. Okay. Like, let's say we're having a conversation, and then, all of a sudden it just goes quiet, even for really, really long periods of time. Like, we're just quiet and all of that stuff. Like, I, yeah, that's because I've really got nothing to say. Like, I've got nothing to say. Like, I don't really know how to fill in the blanks. I don't really know how to, like, again, start a whole new conversation and all of that stuff. So it usually goes quiet. Up here, I'll be overthinking. I'll just be like, oh, what the hell am I going to say next? Oh, no, don't say this, man. You're going to be cringe. Oh, no. Okay, maybe you should say this. Oh, wait, 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 wait. Before you say this, why don't you add this? Oh, wait, come back. Don't say this. It's okay. Like, that's what occurs in my mind almost all the time when I'm interacting with someone. And this is why okay, wait. I feel like this will be the second last point, because, yeah. And this is why I don't really like phone calls and texts. I'm actually wondering how I'm managing to run my business, because part of business is interactive, like clients and all of that stuff. So I'm wondering how I'm managing to run my business, because if I'm failing to interact with my fellow peers, guys, I I don't know. Okay, now back now to my last points now. Guys, when it comes to texting, I don't know why people think as though I joke around when I say I suck at texting. When I say I suck at texting, I genuinely suck at texting. Like genuinely, genuinely. If it's phone calls, it's even worse. Ah, guys, it's because like, dude, not that I'm ignoring you, no, or anything like that. But then again, this goes back to, you know, I just don't know what to bring to the table in the conversation. Like the whole time, I feel like, I feel like there's a TikTok that relates to this. Let me try to remember the TikTok. But yeah, this is genuinely me, you guys. Like this right here is genuinely me at that moment. Like I'll just be there looking stupid and all that stuff, especially during a phone call or even text messages, of course. But then, especially during phone calls, like this will be me, and even real life interactions. If I'm being honest with you, and people think as though I'm ghosting them, and it's just like no, like I'm not ghosting you. It's just that I genuinely don't know what to say. If it's phone calls, it's even worse. Cause damn, again, the whole conversation thing. Like I suck at conversations, bro. And again, you're mostly going to expect silence from me because it's just like I don't know what to say, bro. Like just keep it pushing. I really don't know what to say. Yeah. So yeah, I could mention like many, many, many factors. Okay, I could mention like many things right now, but then this is just all I have to say. Again, I haven't written a script or anything like that. This just came out. This just came straight from my mind and all of that stuff. Again, as I said in the disclaimer, I am trying to become a better person. I am trying to become. I don't know, man. I am trying to become better at like socializing and all that stuff because I mean let's just face reality, guys. I'm growing. I might be forced into spaces where I'll need to, I don't know, speak up and all of that stuff. So again, I'm genuinely trying to get better at interactions and all of that stuff. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can relate. I just felt the need to come online and just be vulnerable with you guys for a bit. All right, so before I go, I just want you to meet my friend. He's been friends with me for some time, so yeah. I haven't given it a name yet. I haven't even identified the gender yet. So yeah, say hi to my friend for me. A lot of people really like him on TikTok and on Instagram. So yeah, say hi to my friend. I haven't given it a name and a gender, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't think I'll be naming it Drake though. A lot of people are calling it Drake because Drake and the whole OVO label. But then again, it keeps me really cozy at night. Say hi to my new friend once again, and I will see you guys next time in another video. Say bye. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye bye. All right, you guys. Thank you so much to my irresponsible decisions for sponsoring this video. I will definitely go on an energy drink detox next time. Yeah. Bye bye.
So well, so well, so well, so well, so well, so well.